There isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Fournette, a first down carry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now Bortles throwing on second down, escaping the pressure right, and he slings one that's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Bortles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Lucy.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Bortles now to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact he's going to take 3.
And he's going to go down again. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now he'll let it go deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Returnable here for Davis. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's at the 40. And it winds up a terrific return, but markers are down. And this is going to come all the way back. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They go play action here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Green 80, green 80, green 80.
A fake to Fournette, now it's Bortles to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Lucy.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Completes it to Lee. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
77. Hey, 54, Ricky. Hank.
Now Bortles again. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On second down, here's Fournette. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Lucy.
Now Bortles. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Bortles. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire time.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Martavis Bryant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Bortles. The open man is Westbrook. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And he's going to lose yardage here as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Shotgun now for Bortles. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They try again with Scarborough. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll run it again with Fournette. And some room to work. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So right, so right. Lucy.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deeper. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Play action. Now it's Bortles. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Left. So. Z.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deeper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
380. Lucy.
On second down, here's Bortles. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley.